Good morning, friends. This is your old girl, Melanie Rose, here to share your daily aspects. Today is Tuesday, October 12, 2021. Thought something was missing. There we go. The moon is in Capricorn all day today. Capricorn reminds us that there is work to be done in achieving our dreams, encouraging us to build, organize, and manifest. And the energy of this first quarter moon also invites us to take action, transitioning from the plan to the work. Whatever intentions you set on this new moon, now is the time to start putting them into motion. The sun is still in Libra. Venus, Libra's ruling planet, sets the example that when we put those things that we value the most first in our lives, when we speak the truth and seek the balance of justice, then the abundance comes in. Whatever truths you need to tell, whatever beauty you wish to express, I encourage you to do it now while the sun is in position to amplify the rewards for taking these actions. Okay, let's take a look at these planets and aspects before we get into the interpretations. Always with us, we have the sun, which is our outer life, our ego, who we are in the world, who we show up as, the person that people meet when they meet us. And the moon represents our inner life, our emotional self, our intuitive self, and also our domestic sphere, so wherever we live and whoever lives with us there. And the first quarter moon advises us to take action, which is appropriate because it's Tuesday, which is Mars's day. Action Jackson right there. All right, we also have Jupiter, growth and expansion, opportunities, positivity, N-I-T-Y. And Mercury, the intellect, our thoughts and communications. Venus, love and money, or how it is that we relate to those things we value the most. Uranus, change, doing things differently. Mars is here. This is our sense of personal initiative. Neptune is here, and that's our spiritual awareness. Or our connection to spirit. Saturn, structure and stewardship. And Chiron, how to heal. Okay, so these are the players today. Now let's take a look at some of the moves they're going to be making. This R stands for retrograde, and we've spoken about it a lot lately. It is a planet's apparent motion backward across its regular forward trek across the backdrop of the signs. And alternately direct is the planet going in its regular direction. Direction, there you go. So also we have quincunx, this is the energy of this aspect is variable outcomes. In other words, we know that we don't know exactly what's going to come out of this. We have a number of squares on board today. And square represents the potential for challenges. And often these are just the kind of minor challenges that we have to be patient and sort of push through. Trine, on the other hand, is a very positive aspect, even harmonious. The planets in a trine are in the same element, in this case, Earth. And in this case, fire. And actions that happen under these auspices have good outcomes. And then we have sextile. Also positive. And since it's a cooperative energy, so it generates something positive. It's generative. And there's direct. Okay. So just a few possible plays happening here. Under the ongoing column, today we have, oh my goodness, Jupiter and Mercury still in retrograde this week. The last two of 4 planets that last week were stationing to go direct. Jupiter's retrograde actually tends to bring about more abrupt positive changes in our worlds, while Mercury's retrograde likes to bring about little surprises in terms of our ability to think and communicate. By this time next week, both of these will have gone direct, which is likely to mean smoother sailing for us at that time. This week, continue to expect the unexpected, as these planets tend to cause some ripples in the flow as they adjust their trajectories. Retrograde ripples. Also ongoing, we have this 4-day aspect of Venus quincunx Uranus. Today is day 2 of 4. Venus is still the boss of this rodeo until next Friday, and in this 4-day aspect, our planet of love and money comes into a variable relationship with Uranus, our planet that represents doing things differently. Uranus often brings about this yearning for individual freedom that may run into conflict with Venus's desire to feel the abundance of a soulmate connection. This may be a time to seek out some fresh but safe excitement within the confines of your committed relationships. Some unexpected changes in those committed relationships may come about, or perhaps some unexpected changes to our finances. The variable energy of this aspect practically promises a mixed bag of reactions and outcomes. My suggestion would be to continue to lean into what you value the most, understanding that the desire to do something differently should not take us too far afield from our long-term desires for companionship and material comfort. Stick close to your values at this time. Okay, let's get into today's aspects. I give these aspects in Central Standard Time. I am in Fayetteville, Arkansas, y'all. 10:50 a.m. The moon goes square with Mercury. When the heart and home come into a challenging aspect with the intellect, we may find ourselves feeling chatty and wanting to share ideas. The challenge comes in if our communications come across with some unhappy mood attached to them, or with some unpopular opinion, perhaps. Let's remember that this is our heart and home, and let's try to be tender with ourselves and those around us during this 2-hour time frame. Let's see, keep it tender, friends. Less than an hour later into this 2-hour aspect at 11:34 a.m. Some people might look at that and see a 2, 3, 4, so go ahead and make a wish. The moon runs trine with Uranus. So our heart and home finds itself in a very positive aspect with our planet for doing things differently. Any changes we may want to make in the domestic sphere are likely to be met with positivity at this time. Don't forget, however, we are still in this previous 2-hour aspect with Mercury, so the way we think and communicate will be key to bringing about the changes with as little drama as possible. Also, don't forget that Venus is in this 4-day quincunx with Uranus, so Venus and the moon have a lot of overlap when it has to do with our closest loved ones and our intuition, and they're both interacting with Uranus, one in a positive way and one in a variable way. So think of it as positive to variable. 2 hours. Changes with good communication. Positive. Okay. And then at 7:27 p.m., the moon runs square to Mars. Mars is our planet for personal initiative, and when the heart and home enters this square aspect with it, we may feel an almost overwhelming impulse to act on our most passionate desires. Beware the tendency to be impatient and have emotional outbursts if things aren't going your way. We don't want to harm ourselves or anyone else while under this 2-hour influence. And then at 10:25 p.m., the sun goes square with the moon. This aspect actually indicates the moment the moon comes into the full first quarter. When the outer self meets the inner self in this challenging aspect, we may run into some roadblocks. Any problems we're having on the domestic point should be very obvious right now. This is a 2-day aspect where stress and irritability can cause problems at home. Do try to go easy on yourself and those around you. Possible stress, irritability. Take it easy on yourself and others. And then in the middle of the night, just after midnight at 12:10 a.m. the next day, moon runs sextile with Neptune. This brings the heart and home into a cooperative vibration with the planet for spiritual awareness. That is to say, the understanding that we are all one. We will likely be feeling more sensitive and open to the feelings of the people around us. Our intuition is highlighted here, and we will be protected in our efforts to see beyond what is in plain sight during this 2-hour transit. Meditation, scrying, even spell casting can have positive and generative effects at this time. Do your magic. Magic. Mercury. Just gonna put a little Mercury devil horns up there. Do your magic, friends. Whatever that is. Whatever it is you need to find on the inside or put out into the world, do it with love. Coming up this week, tomorrow, Venus will make a positive sextile aspect with Saturn, indicating aligned actions between our values and the structures that support us. and generating beneficial outcomes. Then on Saturday, Venus does it again, this time making a very positive trine aspect with Chiron, indicating excellent vibratory patterns for healing ourselves, our closest relationships, and perhaps even our attitudes toward financial abundance. Additionally, on Sunday, Jupiter goes direct. Expect the unexpected when it comes to good fortune and great opportunities as this big planet turns its big boat around to get back in the proper flow. We will talk about these things and much more as they come up. And that's it for today, friends. This has been your Daily Aspects, an astrological weather forecast for Tuesday, October 12, 2021. If you have questions or if you feel inspired to share an observation or an experience, I invite you to add to the comments below. Also, please like my video and subscribe to the Old Girl channel. I will leave this up for about 30 seconds so that you may look it over. And I'll see you all tomorrow for more Daily Aspects.